Self-love is our greatest challenge and gift. I heard those words when I got up this morning. I'm thinking, okay, what does that mean actually? But when we think about it, and if we look at our world, we can understand that because self-love means a lack of judgment. That's really what it is. And we can love ourselves. Then we discover our authentic selves. And then we live these really great lives. And then we can contribute to our world. And then we would never have any conflict. We would never have any division within ourselves or in the world. But sometimes that's challenging. And it was challenging for me. I just finished with my group and I shared all of this with them because we have our weekly meetings and I'm so thrilled because they are doing such great work and in terms of uplifting themselves and uplifting our planet, which is what is going on now. When I knew that I had been given work that was transformational, everything that we do is about self actualization. That's all that it is for any of us. We do that in our consciousness, that's mindset, but we will do it in different ways. And there are things that we cannot explain that will not make sense logically as we are evolving, because that's what we all do. We can't understand all the evolvement that is happening in our world because it doesn't make sense in a logical sense. But when we understand this higher dimension or higher purpose that each person has, and that's self-love, then we start living our lives differently, and then the world becomes different. And I've always known that I've had this work to do. And I've always known the person that I am, that I care so much about what is happening for others and what's happening in our world. And that's been my greatest challenge because that was my gift. And I couldn't give myself that self-love. So as I was thinking about all of this morning when I got up, because that's typically when I receive everything, and I decided to look at what the message would be for tomorrow, which will be November 1st. There's a continuity that has come through in all of my work that corresponds to what's happening in our world. And I could never explain that, but it happened. And that's why people are receiving the kind of results in my work that they have, because it's this cosmic information that connects each person to their self-love, to who they're meant to be in this world, because we all have that. We just have all the old stuff that we got to get rid of first. So when I looked at the message for November 1st, it was this. And I'll read it to you because I really want you to understand it. None of this is accidental, and you are evolving. We have waited for eons to give you those words, and it is not essential if you believe that. However, if you attempt to accept them, you will find great value in this message. We actually gave those words to Roger last night, and he spoke a message from us, which he recorded, and thought it would be fun to transcribe them. But we told him our idea was better. We are speaking of the restructuring of your world and you personally, and you all have made extraordinary movement. But that is also the cause of the challenges. Each of you was born to accomplish something for yourself and to add that to the collective consciousness. Each of you is an individual with a unique path charted by your ancestors and those other soul connections you have at birth. These are eternal connections. But because of this, you have no memory because you wanted to do something new and something you and your ancestors had not accomplished in previous lifetimes. If you believe none of that, you have yet to recognize your significance in the world and the entire process of evolution. Most of you do not see yourselves clearly, including Roger. But that never matters, for you are provided guides in physical and spiritual forms, and they appear in your life in various ways. Roger has a nephew who is a guide for him. So we said our way of delivering this message would be much more effective. Roger's nephew sent an email that described Roger so well that it was uncomfortable. And the only response Roger had was, "You're right." We will take some liberties, which we know his nephew will not mind, as he reads our words as well. To further inform what we will provide, please know that Roger has known this aspect of himself, but has attempted to hide it from himself and the world until now. We are saying those words because each of you is doing the same in your own way. Do not judge yourself. That is why we said in the end, you and your world are evolving, no matter what you feel now or see in the world. You will be fine. The words from his nephew. This was not new to Roger, and what you have avoided is not new to you and only part of your road to evolution. You are a peaceful, loving intuitive that is deathly afraid of division, argument, conflict, violence of any kind. And when you feel that you are the source of those things, you are doubly fearful. Overcoming that fear and finding the courage to speak your truth is so important for you. When you learn to face conflict and still respond with truth, compassion, and understanding, even to your adversary, but you and Wilhelm already know that. In a fundamental way, as a compassionate intuitive, you are here not only to spread this positive side of your gift, but to learn how to do so in the negative dimension, some call it Earth, where conflict is unavoidable. Yes, we are sneaky. We wanted to leave those words for your world and provide acknowledgement and appreciation to Roger's nephew. You all possess this gift. I had no memory of that, of course, because I don't remember all the things that have come through, but I've written for 35 years in a complete transformational life philosophy that could really change our world. It's so challenging for me now. I'm no longer doing that because I can see and I know where our world is and I can look at things. I don't know what's going on today, but I know it's not looking really great for a lot of people. But that's why we're here. We're each meant to do something that is own our authentic selves, because that is our gift. And the more of us who do that, now we've reached self-love. All of my work is about self-actualization, guiding people to their careers, their purpose, and to have them love themselves. When we have that, we stop killing each other. That's all. Have a great day.